Chapter 381. She was sitting beside royalty. However, not even a few days had passed before the attention turned to Gu Jingze. Although there was no makeup to speak of for men watching the show, the netizens noticed some other things instead. As a matter of course, the few shows that Gu Jingze watched were all shows by big brands. It was very difficult to get tickets to them. However, the most inconceivable matter remained. The person who accompanied Gu Jingze to watch the show. Netizens were gossiping. Did all of you notice? During the show, Lin Che and Gu Jingze's seats were different from the rest. All of the other celebrities sat on the left, but they sat near the back on the right. That's the best place to sit. These seats are usually reserved for some special guests. Then, who were these seats allocated to? Not just anyone, but the members of Y Nations and F Nations royal families. The people who could sit here were people invited by Y Nation's royal family. Let me give you a little lesson. The man sitting on Lin Che's left who looks quite short is Y Nation's Count Sturman. And the young, handsome man on her left is Y Nation's legitimate royal descendant. In principle, he's also the 13th in line to Y Nation's throne. Although it's unlikely that he'll succeed to the throne, this at least shows that he has a high status. Accompanied by some images, these posts attracted a great number of people in no time. Everyone was collectively amazed. They did not expect Lin Che to actually sit there as well. It looked like they had really underestimated Lin Che, who had gone to the show with little fanfare. When they looked back on how she had dressed before, they really felt that Lin Che was indeed a low-key and amicable person. She quietly went to watch the show and did not think of hogging the limelight at all. Seen in this perspective, Qin Wanwan's behavior was a little too deliberate. She had specially appeared at the event resplendently attired, took photographs, and also posted photos of herself watching the show. After watching runway shows for a few days, the trip to Paris was finally about to end. Lin Che felt that although it seemed that she had done nothing at all, it was nevertheless more tiring than filming. Back at the hotel, they were packing up. Yu Minmin was constantly looking at the news while telling Lin Che, "There's finally more news about you than there is about Qin Wanwan." Beside them, Yang Lingxin said, "Of course. Other people can definitely tell that she was scheming. She intentionally made her rounds flamboyantly before going back, but in the end, her name wasn't even searched as frequently as our sister Che." Yu Minmin glanced at Yang Lingxin and said, "In any case, she attained her goal too. She occupied the headlines for the entire day." But our sister Che has been occupying the headlines for so many days. She's also the hottest topic on Weibo. Right now, people are even saying that the clothing that Sister Che wore to the show was very beautiful and very dashing. Lin Che said, "I just feel very tired now. It's better to go back earlier." "Yes, we're going back soon. Let's go." They headed to the airport together. This time, Gu Jingze did not come along as he still had to stay for a few days to attend the royal banquet. When they arrived in the passenger cabin, Qin Qing was surprisingly there. Upon seeing Lin Che, he paused before saying, "What a coincidence." Lin Che was very surprised as well. "Yes, it's so coincidental that we're taking the same flight back too." Qin Qing immediately exchanged seats with the person beside Lin Che and sat beside her. Behind them, Yang Lingxin curiously asked Yu Minmin who that person was. Yu Minmin said, "Didn't you see the news previously? He's Lin Li's former fiancé." "Ah, then isn't he a second-generation heir?" "Yes, he's the second young master of the Qin family." "Oh my god, how come all the people Sister Che knows are so famous?" Yang Lingxin said in awe. Yu Minmin said, "Lin Che and Lin Li have known him since they were young. It's different for the others." "Oh, so that's how things are." "Yes, the Lin family is not some unknown family either. It's just that it's too inadequate compared to the Gu family." "All right." Yang Lingxin glanced at Lin Che enviously. She was dearly loved wherever she went. The airplane landed shortly thereafter. Qin Qing always felt that the time he spent with her tended to be so short. When they were in the airplane, Qin Qing saw that Lin Che had fallen asleep in her seat and gently covered the blanket over her. He recalled how she had often fallen asleep while sitting on the swing in the park when they were younger. The journey lasted more than 10 hours, but it seemed like no time at all. After alighting from the plane, Qin Qing said, "My car is parked downstairs. Let me drive you home." Lin Che quickly replied, "There's no need. Our company will send someone to fetch us. It's all right, it happens to be on the way too. Anyway, I drove here alone." However, just then, a bodyguard working for the Gu family suddenly walked towards them in a hurry. "Madam," he called out to Lin Che. Lin Che froze and Qin Qing also halted. When he laid eyes on the bodyguard, the momentary smile on his face fell slowly. It did not bear mentioning that Gu Jingze's face immediately appeared behind the bodyguard. Gu Jingze had unexpectedly come. Lin Che had not at all expected that Gu Jingze would actually come here personally to take her home. She froze before looking at Gu Jingze. "Why are you here?" With a dark gaze, Gu Jingze merely looked at Qin Qing beside her. Qin Qing paused. Despite involuntarily clenching his fists at his sides, he nevertheless bowed his head and said, "Hello, President Gu." Gu Jingze merely shot him a glance. He then smiled and reached out his hands to take Lin Che's luggage from her before saying, "Hello." The people behind him consciously attended to the luggage. Gu Jingze wrapped his arm around Lin Che's shoulder and headed outside directly. Lin Che felt momentarily embarrassed. She turned her head around hastily and said to Qin Qing, "Then, I'll be leaving first." With Gu Jingze leading the way, they naturally headed directly for the private passageway. From behind them, Qin Qing watched their retreating figures. The private passageway was reserved for the Gu family's exclusive use and no one else was allowed inside. Thus, he could only stand there and look on. He saw them walk into the passageway. Inside, a car from the Gu family was waiting. Then, the row of people there left in a formidable fashion. He had not expected Gu Jingze to personally take Lin Che home. Could he say that Lin Che held a very important place in Gu Jingze's heart? Should he be happy for Lin Che? But he did not want to be happy for her at all. Lin Che followed Gu Jingze into the car and asked him strangely, "Why did you come here?" Gu Jingze said, "Why? Did I disturb you by coming here?" Gu Jingze's face darkened and he glared at her. "Of course not," Lin Che continued, "we coincidentally met in Paris." Gu Jingze wanted to pick her up personally and give her a surprise since he had not seen her for a couple of days. However, he did not think that he would actually bump into Qin Qing. Lin Che sneaked a glance at Gu Jingze and smiled. "Could it be that after so long, you're still jealous of him?" Gu Jingze's face darkened again. Lin Che. How dare she say that he was jealous? Was this girl getting ahead of herself again these days? Lin Che laughed and said to him, "All right. Honestly, there's really nothing going on between him and me. We're just ordinary friends. We're busy with our own matters and can't meet up often anyway." Yes, she treated him as a friend. He believed that. But as for that man. Chapter 382, he had feelings for her. Gu Jingze looked at Lin Che but did not say anything. The next day. Gu Industries. After coming in, Qin Hao carefully placed the documents on top of Gu Jingze's cabinet. "President Gu, these are the documents related to the ongoing construction of the Bay Bridge. Please take a look at them. For the time being, we've narrowed the choices down to a few stronger tenders. We've already asked and obtained approval from President Gu's side. Now, we're awaiting your final decision." Gu Jingze opened the folder and quickly skimmed through a few pages. However, his eyes were fixed on one of the documents inside. The Qin family submitted a tender this time. Yes, President Gu, their capabilities spoke for them. After all, they've been in the construction industry for many years, so the panel thought that they were a pretty good choice too. Qin Hao paid attention to Gu Jingze's expression. He wanted to know why Gu Jingze suddenly mentioned the Qin family. Did he not want the Qin family to participate? Did he not like the Qin family? However, just then, Gu Jingze suddenly said, "Let's settle on the Qin family then. They've done construction for many years and have the foundations and experience for it. Since the panel also finds them suitable too, we'll choose them." While saying this, he placed the documents at the side. Qin Hao looked at him in surprise. Prior to this, he had helped investigate Lin Che's background and naturally knew about her past relationship with Qin Qing. Gu Jingze had dismissed Qin Qing almost immediately. Why had he unexpectedly handed such a large project to the Qin family? Although the Qin family did, in fact, have the ability to handle it, it was not the only company with such abilities. But there was no point in speculating his boss's intentions. Besides, he knew that his boss would not treat the project or the company lightly. Lin Che had barely arrived home from the filming site when Gu Jingze suddenly said, "Come, I'll take you out to eat." Lin Che said, "Ah, but I already ate during filming." "Then we'll have supper." Gu Jingze wrapped his arm around Lin Che's shoulders in one swift motion and guided her out without giving her time to speak. Hey, why exactly do I have to go?" Although Lin Che was a little confused, she still ultimately trusted Gu Jingze, so she followed along as he pulled her out. Very soon after, they arrived at a hotel owned by Gu Industries. When they entered the hotel, Lin Che felt that it was bustling with slight excitement inside. She could not help but ask, "What's happening inside?" Gu Jingze said, "Oh, the tender process for a project just ended and we're planning to officially start work. They're currently celebrating and I came here to make an appearance." "Oh, so that's what's going on." They went in soon after. As they were accompanied by bodyguards, the people inside immediately saw Gu Jingze. "President Gu is here." "Oh, so President Gu is here. We're so honored to have you here, President Gu. Really, you take our project so seriously." Gu Jingze was usually reclusive but actually graced the venue with his presence for the first time. As they looked at him, everyone believed that Gu Jingze thought very highly of this project and began to feel proud in spite of themselves. However, Gu Jingze swept his eyes across his surroundings and immediately fixed his gaze on the main table inside. Qin Qing. His eyes twitched and the hint of a smile appeared on his face. Although it did not reach his eyes, it was greatly astonishing. While being led by him, Lin Che felt slightly uncomfortable under the surprised gazes of so many people. Then, she followed Gu Jingze further inside. As Lin Che walked, she raised her head only to see the person in front of her. Wasn't that Qin Qing? Qin Qing had already stood up from his chair. He had immediately caught a glimpse of her from when Gu Jingze had entered the room. However, he had been momentarily shocked. On top of that, he even saw Lin Che accompanying Gu Jingze. He could not help but feel his spirits dampen. Lin Che looked at Qin Qing in shock before tilting her head to look at Gu Jingze. What was going on here? Instead, Gu Jingze pulled her into his arms and immediately said to Qin Qing, "Second young master, we meet again. I'm very glad that you won the bidding this time." While smiling, Qin Qing looked at this unpredictable man. He could no longer find the words to describe how he felt right now. He could only glance at Lin Che and say to him, "President Gu is being too polite. It's Qin Industries' honor to be able to take on this project. Have a seat. I came here just to take a look." "There's no need to be so nervous," Gu Jingze said. Without another word, he pulled out a chair and gestured for Lin Che to sit down first. Still in a bit of a daze, Lin Che glanced at Qin Qing before sitting down. Gu Jingze also sat down thereafter. Raising his eyebrows, he saw that Qin Qing was still standing there. He said coolly, "Take a seat." "Why are you standing?" Qin Qing had no choice but to sit down. Gu Jingze placed one arm on the table. His sitting position was such that his body was tilted slightly sideways and he vaguely exuded an imposing aura. The people at the table instinctively lowered their voices when they spoke because of his presence. Although they were all wealthy and respectable people, for some reason their aura diminished in front of Gu Jingze. Despite the fact that Gu Jingze was merely sitting there without moving and remained calm and elegant, they could still vaguely feel his domineering air. Lin Che looked at Qin Qing and continuously signaled to him with her eyes in an attempt to ask him what exactly was going on. However, in no time, Gu Jingze discovered the looks she was giving him. He first looked at Qin Qing and asked, "Is second young master in charge of the project on the Qin family's side this time?" Upon hearing this, Qin Qing hastily replied, "Yes, President Gu. You're young and capable. I hope you do a good job." The words themselves were encouraging, but when they came out of Gu Jingze's mouth, Qin Qing simply felt uncomfortable. This was especially so as Lin Che was beside him. Lin Che choked when her eyes met his. Feeling awkward, she could only lower her head and grab some food. But Gu Jingze said straightforwardly, "By the way, second young master and Ah Che are classmates, right?" "Ah yes." Qin Qing glanced at Lin Che. "Why haven't you had any alumni gatherings?" "Because everyone is a little busy, so we don't meet." "Then, are there any social gatherings coming up?" "There aren't any, but we're very grateful to you for the opportunity to participate in the project this time. If you don't mind, the Qin family will be holding an auction tomorrow. We hope that you can grace us with your presence." Hearing this, Gu Jingze smiled. "Sure, I'll definitely go if I have the time." The people at the table almost did a spit take. Besides them, even Lin Che herself was about to do the same. Had Gu Jingze actually agreed to be a guest at the Qin residence? However, at the same time, everyone thought to themselves in amazement. It turned out that Qin Qing unexpectedly had such a relationship with Gu Jingze. He was Gu Jingze's wife's classmate. How the pillow talk had swayed Gu Jingze. Qin Qing looked at Gu Jingze with wide eyes. He was slightly surprised at that moment. However, he hesitated momentarily under the gaze of everyone at the table. Ultimately, he did not make the denial that he wanted to. Lin Che gulped. She thought that Gu Jingze had literally gone mad. What exactly was he trying to do? Gu Jingze merely drank a sip of wine with the people at the table as a show of thanks for the hard work before quickly leaving. No one dared to stop him from leaving since he wanted to. They only told him to look after himself and to rest since he had to attend to various affairs daily and escorted him out. When they arrived at the entrance, the bodyguards hired by the Gu family blocked them from going further and did not even allow them to come too close. Everyone watched as Gu Jingze and Lin Che left. They could not help but sigh in admiration. It was truly impossible for an ordinary person to surpass Gu Jingze's aura. Qin Qing stood there and watched Lin Che leave. He instinctively closed his eyes. As he listened to everyone's discussion about Gu Jingze, his heart sank even more. Had Gu Jingze found out that he still had feelings for her? Chapter 383. They were already married. After walking out from the hotel's grand entrance, Lin Che pulled Gu Jingze to her and looked at him. "What exactly are you up to? Why was Qin Qing there?" Gu Jingze said, "Why?" He looked at Lin Che with a completely innocent expression. The Qin family won the bid for a project and he's representing them as the person in charge of it. Fine, it sounded completely plausible, but why must you go to the Qin residence to attend some banquet? Gu Jingze asked, "Why can't I? Since he's your classmate and the two of you were on very good terms in the past, I accepted the invitation out of respect. I'll go over and take a look so that he won't be bullied for his young age while supervising the project." What's wrong with that? Did he have an explanation even for this? Lin Che was momentarily stunned into silence. However, as she looked at Gu Jingze, she had a nagging feeling that the situation was not so simple. But Gu Jingze was already ignoring her and heading outside. Lin Che quickly caught up with him from behind. "Gu Jingze, come back here. You still haven't explained what exactly is happening. You're such a nag. Let's talk about this again when we go back." Frowning, Gu Jingze opened the door to the car and got in. However, the moment they arrived home, before she got a chance to clarify things with him again, his lips had already landed firmly on hers. What happened to talking about this again when they got home? The next day, Gu Jingze woke up bright and early in serious preparation to go to the Qin residence. Behind him, Lin Che was despondent and wanted to escape. However, Gu Jingze had seen her through the mirror. "Lin Che, where are you going?" he asked while putting on his tie. Lin Che hastily said, I'm planning to go out. I'm going to the filming site to film. I've already instructed Yu Minmin to take a day off for you. You don't have to go to the shoot today," he said. "What?" Lin Che cried out in alarm. "Then what exactly are you trying to do?" "There's a social gathering today, so of course, you're coming with me." As he said this, Gu Jingze handed a dress to her. Lin Che said disbelievingly, I don't think I should go. Gu Jingze said, he's your classmate. Why shouldn't you go? I'm going to the Qin residence in your name. If you don't go, how can I go? It looked like Lin Che could not get herself out of this. She could only resign herself to fate. She put on the dress and followed Gu Jingze to the auction at the Qin residence. Chen Meili had found out long ago that Lin Che and Gu Jingze would be coming here together. Back then, Gu Jingze had insulted Chen Meili at the car dealership. She still had not forgotten how he had shamed her. Thus, when Qin Qing had mentioned yesterday that Gu Jingze would be coming, Chen Meili objected profusely. However, Qin Qing's father had immediately reprimanded her. He said that she was a woman who stayed at home and did not know anything at all. He told her to stand at the back when the time came and to not be a thorn in the eye. Her anger only intensified. Gu Jingze finally arrived at 9 o'clock. Naturally, Qin Qing's entire family came to the entrance to welcome him. Qin Qing saw the door to the car open. Gu Jingze got out of the car first before personally opening the door for Lin Che. It seemed that the people around them were used to this, so none of them came forward and simply let Gu Jingze open the door. Thereafter, he took Lin Che's arm in his and led her out. The moment Lin Che came out of the car and saw the members of the Qin family, she momentarily felt as if she was in a dream. How many years had she not been to the Qin residence and met the members of the Qin family like this? In her younger days, she had come here often to play. The Qin family did not treat her particularly well because she was after all an illegitimate daughter. She walked up the stairs together with Gu Jingze. Qin Qing's father said frantically, President Gu, our humble auction is honored by your presence. Quick, come in, come in. He glanced at Lin Che beside him. He froze for a moment and seemed slightly awkward. However, he then said hastily, Little Che, you're really doing extraordinarily well now. With President Gu at your side assisting you, your career has also skyrocketed. Congratulations. Lin Che could only smile and thank him. Come in quickly, come in quickly. Chen Meili watched the scene unfold from the back. She did not really want to come forward. Glaring at Lin Che, she felt defiant. From the side, Qin Qing gazed unwaveringly at Lin Che. He looked and looked again, only shifting his gaze when she walked in with Gu Jingze. Gu Jingze listened as Qin Qing's father continued making introductions at the side. He led the two of them directly to the highest area. Gu Jingze had already caught sight of Chen Meili. However, he merely glanced at her and pretended that he had not seen her. He continued to listen quietly to Qin Qing's father make the introductions. It was not clear whether or not the words had ever sunk in. When Chen Meili saw Gu Jingze's gaze, she involuntarily recalled how his bodyguard had slapped her directly, followed by his cold words that his bodyguards were just that inflexible. He had merely said before that he would rip out the mouth of anyone who dared to say anything bad about Lin Che, and they had actually made a move to do it. She could not help but feel her cheeks start to hurt. Averting her gaze quickly, she did not dare to look at him again. This was especially so when she thought of how she had been locked up in the police station for many days afterward before being released. She could all the more only keep her unhappiness in her heart. After taking their seats, Qin Qing's father hastily asked, What would the two of you like to eat? I'll instruct someone to make it now. Gu Jingze looked coolly at Lin Che beside him. What do you want to eat? Lin Che quickly responded, Oh, anything is fine. Then, let's get a little bit of everything, he said while lifting his head. She did not mean that they should get a little bit of everything. She just didn't care which one or two dishes they ate. She felt so embarrassed as she looked at the members of the Qin family. Qin Qing's father did not care how difficult Gu Jingze's demands were. He quickly went off merrily to settle the matter. He left Qin Qing behind to sit here. As Qin Qing looked at Gu Jingze and Lin Che felt all the more uncomfortable. She stood up and said that she was going to the washroom and fled in a hurry. Gu Jingze only looked at Qin Qing's youthful face when he saw Lin Che leave. Conscious of Gu Jingze's gaze on himself, Qin Qing averted his eyes elsewhere. Gu Jingze narrowed his eyes. It looks like you were on pretty good terms with Lin Che in the past. President Gu is exaggerating. We've known one another since we were kids. In that case, you should know her very well, right? I'm still unaware of all the interesting things that happened in her past. Was she as stupid and brainless at the time as she is now? Gu looked at Gu Jingze's smile. President Gu is so caring towards Lin Che. It's only right for me to be caring. She's my wife. As her husband, I should be concerned about her, right? Qing's body quaked. He said that Lin Che was his wife. Qing looked at Gu Jingze disbelievingly. Lin Che is married. His gaze fully exposed his disbelief and his expression spoke louder than his words. Gu Jingze asked, why? Did she not tell you? How could it be? How could Lin Che have married Gu Jingze? Was she Madame Gu now? Qing had never heard that Gu Jingze was married. He looked at Gu Jingze incredulously. You're lying. The two of you can't possibly be married. Gu Jing's eyes flashed immediately. He looked at Qing. What do you mean we can't be married? We've already been married for more than a year. Do you think it's impossible? Why is it impossible? Chapter 384. I want detailed information on Lin Che. Gu Jingze's tone remained neutral, but each word sounded colder than the previous. His unyielding gaze also deepened from its earlier elegance as if it was a sharp knife slowly twisting its blade. Qing really could not believe it. Gu Jingze's marriage would have been major news, but there had never been any articles on it. Furthermore, everyone thought that even if Gu Jingze was together with Lin Che, he was merely toying with her. Although he knew that he was wrong for thinking this way, Qing could not help but think that it did not matter if Gu Jingze was really toying with Lin Che as long as she was happy. If she was not happy, she could turn back one day and he would still be standing here waiting for her. However, he had not expected Gu Jingze to say that they were already married. Lin Che was very blessed now. She was married to an incomparably powerful man, a man who was much more formidable than him. The thought brought a heavy blow to his heart. For a moment, he felt his heart ache terribly and it was unbearable. He had not realized before this that his feelings for Lin Che were actually so deep. Qing just sat there in a trance. But Gu Jingze's gaze turned colder and colder. Just then, Lin Che returned. She looked at their expressions and could not help but feel that something was slightly strange. What's going on with you two? Gu Jingze turned his head towards her with eyes that had regained their calmness. He pulled her into her seat and said, it's nothing. I was discussing some business with him. Lin Che said, oh, I see. Hey, there are crabs. She picked up the platter of exquisitely plated crabs on it and wanted to take one. It nearly pierced her finger when she grabbed it. Gu Jingze frowned. Look at you, how clumsy. Don't touch it, I'll do it for you. Lin Che let out a sound of affirmation. Gu Jingze had already casually taken the crab from her. He split it apart and stuffed the flesh into her mouth. Lin Che instinctively opened her mouth and started chewing noisily. She said, it's so delicious. I want more. Gu Jingze looked at her with a pampering gaze as she ate deliciously. He smiled and reached out his hands to continue splitting the crabs. The people watching from outside found it surprising. They had known the entire time that Lin Che was together with Gu Jingze, but now, they knew that she had indeed climbed up the social ladder in a short time. They had not expected Gu Jingze to treat Lin Che so well and to pamper her to this extent. Sure enough, it seemed that the wheel of fortune was turning in this lass's favor. No one would look down on the Lin family's illegitimate daughter ever again. Qing could no longer bear to watch them. He simply turned his head away and mumbled, I'll go to the back kitchen to take a look first. Then, he hastily stood up and left. Chen Meili swiftly pulled Qing aside. Qing, why do you look so dazed? When exactly is this horrible girl leaving? Seriously, did she come here intentionally to flaunt? How dare she even come here? Qing thought to himself, yes, he had come here to show off. Gu Jingze came precisely to show off and to tell him that he had no prospects with Lin Che. Distressed, he pushed Chen Meili out of his way and walked out alone. Hey, you, Chen Meili glared angrily at Lin Che's haughty manner. Very soon after, Gu Jingze and Lin Che left. Lin Che looked at Gu Jingze. Tell me, why did you insist on coming here for a visit? Gu Jingze broke into a smile and looked at Lin Che's small face. I didn't mean anything by it. Let's go, stupid. You won't understand even if I explain anyway. What? How would I know if you don't explain at all? Your pea-sized brain is always so muddled. How can you possibly understand? Anyway, this matter has been resolved. How could you have liked such a man? Hey, I've told you so many times that it's a matter of the past. Furthermore, there's nothing bad about Qin Qing. Gu Jing's eyes darkened immediately. Come again. Lin Che continued, of course he's definitely not as good as you. Are you comparing him to me? Lin Che hurried to amend her statement. No, of course, he can't compare to you at all. You're one of a kind in this world. Gu Jingze showed a satisfied expression. Lin Che thought incredulously that this Gu Jingze was indeed unique. Lu Chusha returned to B City by cruise a few days after Lin Che and Gu Jingze. When she arrived, she very rudely commanded one of her maids, go do a thorough investigation on everything related to Lin Che. What her life is like now, what she's doing, her past relationship history, and any blots in her life. Find out everything. I want all the information available on her. Shocked, the maid looked at Lu Chusha and instinctively found it strange. Lu Chusha had to admit that she had underestimated Lin Che at the start. She had thought that Lin Che was only a small celebrity and a lowly person who would not be able to shake up the situation. But looking at the current situation, a woman who had the ability to convince the Gu family into letting Gu Jingze marry her for real was definitely not simple. Her methods had to be very impressive. Otherwise, her father would not actually decide to stand on her side within such a short time. A while later, the maid sent the results of the investigation over to her. Lin Che was the illegitimate daughter of the Lin family. She had 2 older sisters and 1 younger brother. She had previously liked Qin Qing, who had been engaged to her older sister Lin Li, but later backed out of the engagement. Lin Li was a celebrity too, but after losing to Lin Che, she had not been doing too well. Interestingly, Lin Che even had some scandals with Gu Jingyu from time to time. Huh, no wonder, she was really a manipulative woman. Lu Chusha huffed. Good. Now, help me prepare myself. I want to see what other tricks this shameless woman still has. Lin Li had just been bullied at the company. When she walked out, she lifted her head only to see Lin Che's video advertisement playing on the big screen of the shopping mall opposite her. Lin Che's sweet smile made everyone turn their heads one after another. It was an advertisement for a sweet brand that had been playing for many months. Every time Lin Li saw it, she had the urge to smash the television. This Lin Che had now one-upped her and had even caused her mother to be chased out of the house. Although she was secretly supporting her mother financially, people were still mocking her mother ceaselessly. Just then, a car suddenly stopped in front of her. Lin Li froze. The red Porsche was so polished that it was gleaming and the top of the car was down. The woman in the car was wearing sunglasses. As she looked at Lin Li, disdain exuded from her haughty manner. Your name is Lin Li, right? Who are you? Looking at her arrogant expression, Lin Li disliked her immediately. She did not like any woman who was so proud and confident in front of her, since she believed that only she deserved to act so proud. However, ever since Lin Che had attained success in her career, Lin Li felt that she had been reduced to mere dust in comparison. She said, I'm a person who wants to make you famous. You want to make me famous? Lin Li continued with surprise, who are you? You think you make me famous just because you want to? Hey, who do you think you are? Of course I can make you famous if I want to. All you have to do is tell me exactly whether or not you want to be famous. That's enough. Chapter 385. Lu Chusha found out that she had not told Gu Jingyu. Of course, Lin Li wanted to be famous. Everyone did. Once again, the woman said in an extremely arrogant manner, I'll make you even more famous than Lin Che. Even more famous than Lin Che? Lin Li ground her teeth slightly. I do. The corners of the woman's lips turned up. Then that's enough. You're now signed with the company I've designated. Just wait. It won't be long before you get famous for real. The woman speaking to Lin Li was precisely Lu Chusha. Having resolved this issue, Lu Chusha called Gu Jingyu very soon after. Hello, Jingyu. Chusha, Busy bee, what's up? It's like this. Do you want another investor for your movie? What do you mean? Do you want to invest in my movie? Yes. The Liu family and the Gu family are very close right now. We're basically relatives. Can't I invest in your movie? Forget it. I don't need any more investors. I already have sufficient funding. How heartless. Then, I'll go and visit you now. I've had so much free time recently that I'm bored. I really want to see if there's anything I can invest in. Do whatever you want. Liu Chusha huffed. She drove her flashy car towards the film set. The film set. Lin Che had just completed a scene. After coming down, Song Shuai looked at her from the side. Your acting is really not bad. Lin Che smiled and asked, is Sister Shuai praising me? Thank you. No, I'm serious. In our line of work, females have always been worse actors than males. There's probably too much of a focus on how they look, so those who look special and are popular get film contracts. Some of them are really pretty bad at acting, but on the contrary, your acting is very good. Song Shuai meant what she had said. As she watched Lin Che act, she felt that she was very professional. In addition, she also got into character very quickly, so she often succeeded in one take. Lin Che smiled and said, it's probably because I really learned diligently while I was in school. At that time, no one booked me to act in anything, so I worked hard in school every day. Since I worked hard, I'm bound to have some skills. She was not like other celebrities who began taking on acting jobs in school one after another, causing them to miss school often. She had not signed any acting contract and could only be the occasional extra. She had considered it practice for the future. At this moment, Gu Jingze walked out from inside. With his eyes on Lin Che, he handed her a bottle of water. Lin Che thanked him and was just about to drink it directly. Gu Jingze said incredulously, Hey, don't you need a straw? Seriously, you just had your lipstick done. Aren't you afraid that it'll come off? You'll have to do it again. Oh, I forgot. Gu Jingze said, you're really too careless. The two of them often joked around on set. The others were used to it and no longer paid attention to them. After all, they were on good terms. Just then, Liu Chusha arrived. Upon her arrival, she immediately saw Lin Che chatting cheerfully with Gu Jingze. It was very rare for Gu Jingze to smile at someone like that. The indulging expression on his face was particularly offending to her eyes. Liu Chusha could not help but find it surprising. Lin Che was truly impressive. She had staked her claim on the older brother and was extending it to the younger brother too. Standing there, Liu Chusha looked on unwaveringly before suddenly calling out, Jingyu. When a few of the people there heard someone calling him, they turned around in unison. They instinctively froze when they saw Liu Chusha. On the contrary, Gu Jingze paid no attention to her. He turned his head and looked at Liu Chusha. Because she had informed him of her visit earlier, he simply said, my friend is here. Wait for me first, I'll go and speak to her. No one noticed Lin Che's expression stiffen when she looked in that direction. Liu Chusha was actually here. Why did she come here? Gu Jingze walked to her at a snail's pace as Lin Che looked on through squinted eyes from behind him. Beside her, someone asked curiously, who's that? The woman who came to look for Jingyu. Everyone was particularly interested in the fact that a woman had come to visit Gu Jingze. Song Shuai had been in the industry for a long time. She took a look and broke into a smile. Then, she told everyone, that's Liu Chusha. Ah, Sister Shuai, how did you know? Everyone knows her. A person like that is definitely way more impressive than we are. She's known as the top socialite in C Nation. Do you know what that means? It means that she's a rich young heiress and furthermore a well-known beauty in high society. The people who admire her are not people like our fans, but sons of high-ranking government officials and eminent persons. Ah, so she's the top socialite. That's impressive. Of course, her surname is Liu. The Liu family is not just any family in C Nation. How many shopping malls does her family own? That's why she's so arrogant. Wow, why was she looking for Jingyu? Could it be that the two families are seeking an alliance by marriage or something? I don't know about that. But it's normal for Gu Jingyu to be acquainted with her anyway. After all, Gu Jingyu isn't an ordinary person either. Lin Che stayed silently at the side. Song Shuai looked at her. You're so close to Gu Jingyu. Do you happen to know the inside story? Lin Che said, I don't know. Perhaps they've known each other since they were kids. Oh, that's possible too. Lin Che slowly lifted her head only to see Lu Chusha staring daggers at her. Naturally, no one paid attention to the strange expression on Lin Che's face. Everyone's eyes were only on Gu Jingyu. Someone said in jealousy, this woman isn't that pretty though. But she's the top socialite. Yes, she even drives a Porsche. She just has an extraordinary aura. She's definitely different from us. Gu Jingyu looked at Lu Chusha. You actually came. I thought you were joking. Lu Chusha glanced at Lin Che behind him and said, you were chatting with someone. That's really rare. Gu Jingyu turned his head to look. He smiled and said, oh, that's my friend. Lu Chusha eyed Gu Jingyu suspiciously. Hey, could it be that you still don't know who she is? Gu Jingyu was a little confused. What do you mean by that? Lu Chusha paused. She looked at Gu Jingyu and seemed to understand what was going on. So Gu Jingyu was still unaware that Lin Che was Gu Jingze's wife. It was understandable since Gu Jingyu had not been home for many years. But Lin Che was too manipulative. How could she tantalize both brothers like this? Humph, she was truly a bad woman. Lu Chusha began chatting leisurely with him. They moved to the side together, but she was scheming something in her mind. Lin Che filmed for a long time. It was already 8 o'clock at night when she finished filming her scenes. She was about to go out for dinner with the rest when Lu Chusha came up to her. Lin Che, is there something you have to discuss alone with me? Lin Che looked at Lu Chusha in shock. What do you want to talk about? What do you think? Lu Chusha looked at Yu Minmin and the others following behind her. She then said, shouldn't you ask these irrelevant people to leave? Lin Che tugged at Yu Minmin. This is my manager and friend. Just say whatever you have to say. She's not going anywhere. Yu Minmin stood there and looked at Lu Chusha. She was similarly not afraid at all. Lu Chusha scoffed and looked scornfully at Yu Minmin. Then, she said to Lin Che. It's nothing really. I'm just very surprised that you haven't told Gu Jingyu that you're his sister-in-law. Lin Che looked at Lu Chusha. What are you trying to do? Just get straight to the point. Chapter 386. Unless you promise to leave Gu Jingze for a period of time. Yes, it was true that she had not told Gu Jingyu. Initially, it was because Gu Jingze had told her that she did not need to tell him. Later on, there had been a few occasions when she herself had wanted to tell him, but she had not gotten a chance to do so. It had gotten to the point where she would find it slightly difficult to bring the matter up. Lu Chusha said, I didn't expect you to be this shameless. On one hand, you married the older brother. On the other, you even hid this fact from the younger brother and have a rumored romance with him. How thick is your skin? Does Jingze know how shameless you are? Hearing this, Yu Minmin looked at Lu Chusha and defended Lin Che. Can you not speak with such a foul mouth? Who are you calling shameless? How can you spout such nonsense? Lu Chusha looked at Yu Minmin. Who do you think you are? How dare you speak to me like this? Yu Minmin retorted, who do you think you are, speaking in this manner? Why are you still asking me the same question? You, Lu Chusha said angrily, Lin Che, how exactly do you supervise the people under you? Lin Che looked at Lu Chusha. The issue you're talking about is between me and you. Just tell me frankly what exactly you're trying to do. Just get straight to the point. Lin Che thought to herself, neither Lu Chusha nor any outsider knew about the agreement between her and Gu Jingze. Back then, she had not told Gu Jingyu because she had been uncertain about when they would get a divorce. She had seen no need to tell him since this was a contractual marriage. Who knew that so many things would happen from then to now? Until today, they remained husband and wife and had even done so many things that married couples would do. Lu Chusha said, so you want me to tell you straight up? Fine, I want you to leave Gu Jingze for a period of time. What? Lin Che found this request inconceivable. Naturally, Lu Chusha knew that Lin Che was not a fool either. If she told Lin Che to leave Gu Jingze altogether, Lin Che would definitely not agree to it. That was why she told Lin Che to leave him for a period of time. Without Lin Che's obstruction from within, she could undoubtedly get on well with Gu Jingze for the time being. She just needed some time. Lu Chusha continued, "What do you think? Consider it carefully and tell me." Lin Che replied, "Hee. You want me to leave him for some time? What if I refuse?" Lu Chusha's face hardened immediately. "If you refuse, I'll tell Gu Jingyu about all the things you've done. I'll tell him that you actually deceived him. I'll tell him that you're Gu Jingze's lawfully wedded wife right now and that you're his sister-in-law. We'll see how bad Gu Jingyu's temper can get and how he'll deal with you." Lin Che scoffed. "That's it?" Lu Chusha nodded. "Yes, that's it. Why, do you agree?" Lin Che did indeed feel that telling Gu Jingyu was a troublesome matter. She had not even thought of a way to reveal the truth to him. But could she leave Gu Jingze for a period of time? Beside her, Yu Minmin looked at Lin Che. At a time like this, it was inappropriate for her to make the decision for Lin Che. Thus, she stayed at the side and gazed at Lin Che quietly. Lin Che smiled coldly. "What do you mean when you say a period of time? How about a month?" Lu Chusha continued, "It's worth it, right? You won't lose anything either." Lin Che's smile turned even colder as she said, "You've really planned this out properly to attain your goal." Lu Chusha responded, "You're the one who made a mistake in the first place. I'm merely using it against you. So you only have yourself to blame." Lin Che said, "Then, what if I don't agree?" "You won't agree." Lu Chusha had obviously not expected Lin Che to refuse. She had thought that Lin Che definitely had some objective in mind, seeing as she had intentionally deceived Gu Jingyu. Even though she did not know what Lin Che was planning, Lin Che would probably not easily allow the truth to be revealed to Gu Jingyu in order to attain her objective. However, Lin Che merely said, "That's right. I refuse. You've miscalculated." When Lu Chusha heard this, she glared furiously at Lin Che. "Lin Che, this is the last chance I'm giving you. It's best for you to seize the opportunity. Whether to agree or not, you decide yourself." Lin Che said, "Sorry to disappoint you. I won't agree. I won't leave Gu Jingze because of someone else. I'll bear the consequences of my own mistakes. I won't make Gu Jingze bear them with me. This is what I've learned from my time together with Gu Jingze." Seeing her reaction, Lu Chusha huffed. "Fine, I'll see if you're able to bear the consequences. Don't be mistaken and think that Gu Jingyu will let you off easy just because he doesn't seem as aloof as Jingze. The entire Gu family is the same." When she finished speaking, Lu Chusha snorted before turning to leave. Lin Che's expression was filled with worry as she watched Lu Chusha walk away. Yu Minmin asked, "What are you going to do? Will she tell Gu Jingyu?" Lin Che said, "Maybe she will. I can't be sure about what exactly she'll do either. After all, I don't know her very well." "What will happen if she tells him?" Yu Minmin asked. Lin Che shook her head and said, "I still don't know either. I just hope that everything will be fine. Gu Jingyu and I are indeed on very good terms, but we've always been friends and have never thought of going any further. But he'll definitely be angry that I kept this matter from him. Ultimately, it's my fault. I shouldn't have deceived him. I can only accept whatever he does to me." Yu Minmin asked, "Otherwise, why don't you tell him yourself?" Lin Che said, "Let's go look for him." The two of them walked out and searched all over for Gu Jingyu but failed to find him. Inside, Song Shuai said, "Lin Che, why did you come here? Haven't you finished filming your scenes?" Lin Che said, "Oh, I'm looking for Gu Jingyu. Have you seen him?" "Oh, him, I just saw Lu Chusha pull him aside to discuss something. They went out together." Lin Che's heart sank immediately. Had Lu Chusha already gone to look for him? Was she still a step too late? Lin Che continued to walk out. She wanted to find out where Gu Jingyu was. From afar, she saw Lu Chusha leaning against the car as she viciously said something to Gu Jingyu. Lin Che's heart froze instantly. "Hey, Lin Che, you're here. You're just in time. Come here." When Lu Chusha caught sight of Lin Che, the corners of her lips turned up with a slight hint of malice. Gu Jingyu turned his head to look at Lin Che in bewilderment. How do you know Lin Che? Lin Che's heart clenched when she heard this. Lu Chusha sneered and said, how do I know Lin Che? That's something you have to ask Lin Che. Lin Che, how do I know you? Gu Jingyu's brow furrowed as if he had sensed that something was off. He looked at the two of them doubtfully. What exactly are you guys doing? Lin Che bit her lip and finally glanced at Gu Jingyu before looking at Lu Chusha again. She clasped her hands together tightly before walking towards them one step at a time. She had already decided that regardless of the outcome, she would bear it anyway. She was no longer a child, she knew that she should bear the responsibility alone. Now that she had nothing to fear, she quickened her pace and reached them within a few steps. When she saw Gu Jingyu, she said, Gu Jingyu, there's something that I've been keeping from you. Gu Jingyu frowned. What? Lin Che looked at Lu Chusha silently and lowered her head. Lu Chusha could not wait for Gu Jingyu to be disgusted with Lin Che as soon as possible. Even if Lin Che had agreed to leave earlier, Lu Chusha would nevertheless tell Gu Jingyu the truth when she returned. Whatever the case may be, she would not let Lin Che have it easy. Chapter 387, we'll see how Gu Jingyu punishes her. Not to mention that right now, Lin Che had still not agreed to leave Gu Jingze. Thus, Lu Chusha preferably hoped that Gu Jingyu would fly into a rage after learning the truth and immediately tell Lin Che to go to hell. Seeing that Lin Che had stopped talking, Lu Chusha said directly, Jingyu, did you know that Lin Che is already married? That's what she wanted to talk about. Gu Jingyu looked at Lin Che. Lu Chusha did not see any hint of anger on Gu Jingyu's face. She could not really believe it. How could he not be angry upon learning that Lin Che was married? Lin Che raised her head. Gu Jingyu said, was this all you wanted to tell me? So what if she's married? Does that prevent her from acting with me? Lu Chusha was completely shocked and looked at the other two disbelievingly. She only regained her composure after a long time and said to him again, there's something else. Do you know who her husband is? Gu Jingyu paused. He really did not know and had never asked about this. He looked at Lin Che and saw that her face was starting to turn pale. Sensing that bad news was imminent, his heart sank. What's wrong, Lin Che? Tell me. Lin Che bit her lip. She really could not bear to hurt him like this. She felt very upset and fearful at having to tell Gu Jingyu that she had deceived him for so long. She was afraid that Gu Jingyu would be so angry that he would completely ignore her from now on. She had always treated Gu Jingyu as a very close friend and a very good mentor. He was always giving her constant guidance and teaching her how to act and how to survive in the entertainment industry. However, she had really been in the wrong for deceiving him for such a long time. Jingyu, my husband, you know my husband too. Gu Jingyu frowned. Who exactly is your husband? It's. Lu Chusha could not wait any longer. Seeing as Lin Che did not tell him even after stalling for a long time, she quickly said, it's Gu Jingze. It's your second brother. She, Lin Che, is your sister-in-law. Gu Jingyu's face darkened considerably. He looked at her with eyes full of incredulity. It was obvious that his eyes had sunk in a great deal within a short time. His handsome and white face was covered in a greenish tinge. Bystanders could not help but feel their hearts drop into their stomachs as they looked at him. The rims of Lin Che's eyes were moist. She gazed at Gu Jingyu with the knowledge that she had been in the wrong and that she had made a mistake. I'm sorry, Jingyu. I shouldn't have kept this from you. In the beginning, I just didn't think that we would be spending so much time together. I didn't think that I would become friends with you. Later on, it became difficult for me to tell you this. You weren't on good terms with your family either, so you never found out about it. No one dared to mention your family matters to you, so I didn't tell you. I thought that you would find out sooner or later. But I didn't expect that the matter would drag out for so long. Tears were already glistening in Lin Che's eyes as she spoke. An apologetic expression had already taken over her face completely. She simply looked at Gu Jingyu and merely hoped that he would say something. It did not matter if he cursed at her or even insulted her. She could not tolerate Lu Chusha's insults, but she would willingly accept any insults Gu Jingyu hurled at her. Despite her expectations, Gu Jingyu's reproach never came. He merely looked at Lin Che. The man you've told me you're married to is my second brother. With her lip between her teeth, Lin Che nodded. Yes, it's your second brother. But how is this possible? How did my second brother come to know you? Why did he get together with you? Lu Chusha burst with joy when she saw Gu Jingyu's expression. She simply stood there and looked at Lin Che arrogantly as if she was watching Lin Che make a fool of herself and wanted to see how she would get herself out of this situation. Lin Che said, that was an accident too. In short, he and I didn't think that we would end up together at the beginning. But the Gu family forced us to marry later on. We've been together for a pretty long time. I guess we've slowly become used to each other. Then, was it your idea not to tell me or was it my second brother's? Gu Jingyu asked again. Lin Che said, when I first met you, he and I hadn't known one another for long. I asked Gu Jingze about this and he said that your relationship with the family wasn't too great, so there was no need to tell you. Furthermore, we were uncertain about the future. I didn't expect us to get together afterward and for the relationship to last so long. Gu Jingyu sucked in a long breath. Standing there, his jet black eyes darted back and forth along his bottom eyelids as if he was in deep thought. However, his momentary silence made Lin Che even more nervous. On the other hand, Lu Chusha waited patiently and expectantly from the side for the matter to blow up. Lin Che glared at Lu Chusha who was, in turn, raising her eyebrows at Lin Che in an extremely arrogant manner. Lin Che merely glanced at her. Right now, she could not be bothered with what Lu Chusha thought and simply hoped that Gu Jingyu would not be too angry. Just then, Gu Jingyu finally looked at Lin Che. Alright, I really didn't think that you would become my sister-in-law. I'm not really your sister-in-law. Fine, actually, I am. But we're still friends as well. I've always treated you as a very close friend of mine. This has nothing to do with me being part of your family or Gu Jingze either. But Gu Jingyu continued to put on a poker face and said, but I'm still angry. Ah, Lin Che's heart was about to jump out of her chest. She hastily said, I don't know what to say either. Tell me, what should we do about my anger? Lu Chusha watched gleefully from the side. She felt even more eager about what would happen as she looked at Lin Che's flustered appearance. However, Gu Jingyu suddenly said, how about this? You'll treat me to a month's worth of takeout. I'll put you in charge of next month's meals for our promotion period too. Lin Che's jaw dropped and stayed there for a long time. That was it. Beside them, the smile on Lu Chusha's face also began to stiffen immediately. Gu Jingyu asked, why? Are you not going to do it? Lin Che froze before quickly saying, no, no. How can I possibly refuse? I'll do it, I'll do it. I'll treat you to whatever you want to eat. That's more like it. It was only now that Lu Chusha registered what was happening. She glared at Gu Jingyu and yelled his name in a shrill voice, Gu Jingyu, what do you mean by this? Gu Jingyu looked at Lu Chusha, what's wrong? Lu Chusha said, you're letting it go just like that. Gu Jingyu chuckled and said, if not, what do you think I should do? Whichever way you put it, she's my sister-in-law. Do you expect me to beat her up? Do you think my second brother would let me off if I hit her? Besides, this isn't much an issue either. Even if she's my sister-in-law, I'm still her senior on the film set. In any case, I barely see my second brother a few times a year. It's fine for me to pretend that he doesn't exist. What? How could this happen? Lu Chusha could not believe that he had actually decided to just let things be. But Lin Che had deceived him for such a long time and had even been so ambiguous with him. She had obviously made a conscious effort to seduce him despite being together with Gu Jingze. How could he not feel an ounce of anger? Or was it because Lin Che was so irresistible to the point that he did not care at all? Chapter 388. Don't you think that there's something going on between your wife and brother? Just then, Gu Jingyu schooled his face into an emotionless expression and looked at Lu Chusha. If you came here just to tell me this, then you can go now since I've already found out. Lu Chusha deflated. She looked at Gu Jingyu before turning her gaze to Lin Che. She still couldn't believe that Gu Jingyu was actually so easygoing. Neither could she believe that Lin Che escaped unscathed just like that. This woman, why was she so lucky? Lu Chusha glared fiercely at Lin Che. She raised her eyebrows and simply walked out haughtily in her high heels. Sooner or later, she would make Lin Che disappear completely from this industry. When that happened, she would wait and see if Lin Che could still be arrogant. Gu Jingze watched Lu Chusha's retreating figure vanish outside. Lin Che persistently felt as if she had survived a disaster. As she looked at Gu Jingze, she found it truly inconceivable that he was not angry. Senior Jingze, seriously, thank you, she said. Gu Jingze's hands were on his waist and his shoulders were caving in slightly. He gazed at Lin Che. Indeed, he had not expected her to actually become his sister-in-law. Even though he knew that she was married, it was unthinkable to him that she and his second brother were. Can you tell me now what exactly happened between you and my second brother? Ah, embarrassed, Lin Che said, didn't I just tell you? Gu Jingze definitely wouldn't be persuaded into marrying anyone he's told to marry. Initially, I knew that he had gotten married. But I never expected his marriage partner to be you. I always thought that there was nothing great about his partner. But it was actually you. Gu Jingze felt that Gu Jingze could not possibly be as cold to Lin Che as he was to everyone else. This was especially so when he saw that Lin Che did not seem to be living a terribly difficult life. Lin Che understood that what Gu Jingze said was true. He was aware that Gu Jingze had always loved mohiling. Yet Gu Jingze was actually married to her now. Lin Che had no choice but to explain the situation briefly to Gu Jingze. She told him that she had drugged him and that they had gone to the hotel and accidentally thereafter, the Gu family had threatened Gu Jingze to marry her. In order to protect mohiling, he married her. As for what happened after that, inexplicably, the situation had developed into its current state. Gu Jingze said, I just knew that Lu Chusha came here without good intentions, so I made her leave. At least you're tactful and told me the truth. Otherwise, if you continued to lie to me, I would have definitely punished you. Even if you're my sister-in-law. So he had actually made Lu Chusha leave just now. Lin Che quickly expressed her loyalty. I won't ever lie to you in the future. However, Gu Jingze continued looking at Lin Che. Little did he think that she had wanted to drug him. He could still remember that back then, he had planned to stay in that room. If he had really stayed there that day and had not dragged Gu Jingze there, would everything have turned out completely different today? Gu Jingze could only shake his head. However, you really have to prepare my meals for me starting tomorrow. Ah, alright. My second brother is so rich. What's so difficult about helping me prepare my meals? Gu Jingze said. Lin Che said, Boss, you yourself are a famous A-lister. And you still have the nerve to say that you have no money. But I'm definitely not as rich as my second brother. Fine, I'll pay for your meals, alright. That's more like it. When Lin Che returned home, she immediately told Gu Jingze that Gu Jingze knew about the matter. Gu Jingze had not expected this either. However, he looked at Lin Che and said softly, nevertheless, there's no helping it. He would have found out sooner or later anyway. Why, you're not happy about him knowing? Leaning against the wall, Lin Che said, that's not it either. I guess I'm much more at ease now that he knows. But at the time, I was very worried that he would be angry. Gu Jingze's brow was beginning to furrow deeply. Unknowingly, he had already walked to Lin Che's side. How dare she say such a thing? She was afraid that he would be angry. Lin Che lifted her head up and saw that Gu Jingze was already looking at her with his body leaning close. With his hands resting on either side of her, he stared at Lin Che. You should just worry more about me. Huh, what did you say? I said right now, you should be more worried about me. About how I'll deal with you tonight. Lin Che yelled in surprise, no. Don't leave any marks on my neck. I have to film tomorrow. Lu Chusha was still in disbelief when she arrived home. She found inconceivable that Lin Che had suffered no consequence and that Gu Jingze had simply let her off just like that. It remained on her mind the entire night and she could not fall asleep too. The next day. GU Industries. Lu Chusha came in bright and early. She instructed someone to inform Gu Jingze that she was here. In his office, Gu Jingze drew in a long breath. If not for the Lu family, he would not have agreed to meet Lu Che right now. However, for Jingyan's sake, he still had to be respectful towards the Lu family. Very soon after, Lu Che entered his office. She looked at Gu Jingze and said, "You're unexpectedly relaxed. You sit in the office every day and aren't even aware of what your own wife has been doing outside." His wife, Lin Che. Gu Jingze looked at Lu Che. What happened to her? Lu Che said in an intentionally exaggerated manner, "I really didn't think that Lin Che had that kind of ability. Did you know that she has been keeping her marriage to you a secret from Gu Jingyu? I wouldn't have discovered it if I hadn't gone to visit the film set yesterday. But fortunately, I discovered it anyway and then told Gu Jingyu. Who would have imagined that he really didn't know? He was so shocked." Gu Jingze raised his eyebrows at Lu Che. Lu Che continued, "I thought that Gu Jingyu would ignore her from then on if he knew. But in the end, he actually said that he didn't care." Gu Jingze stood up from his seat. He looked at Lu Che through narrowed eyes. "What exactly are you trying to say?" Lu Che said, "Gu Jingze, I'm trying to say that Gu Jingyu said that he didn't care. Then, he started bantering flirtatiously with her right in front of me. I kept it to myself for the entire night and ultimately felt that it was only right for me to tell you." In actual fact, what she had said did bother Gu Jingze. He trusted Lin Che and trusted Gu Jingyu too. However, his desire to monopolize Lin Che was too intense. Thus, even if he knew that there was nothing going on between the two of them, he still felt uncomfortable inside. In the past, he had never felt something like this when Mo Hilling was spending a lot of time with someone else. But when it came to Lin Che, he was uneasy. Lu Che looked at Gu Jingze's narrowed eyes. She genuinely felt aggrieved on Gu Jingze's behalf. Why did a person so favored by God and situated so high above have to have feelings for Lin Che even though he could have any woman he wanted? Lu Che continued to gaze at Gu Jingze. He stood by the window and seemed to be in deep thought. His long legs appeared right before her as his back faced her. It was so captivating. In spite of herself, Lu Che started walking towards him. Chapter 389, Lu Che discovered his illness. She inched closer and closer to Gu Jingze. Then, she hugged Gu Jingze's sturdy back. However, when Gu Jingze's body flinched and he suddenly sensed something, he turned around and deftly grabbed Lu Che's arm in one swift motion before instinctively pushing her forward. To Lu Che's surprise, she was thrown onto the ground immediately. The pain she felt was unbearable. She lifted her head up and looked at Gu Jingze piteously. "Gu Jingze, what is the meaning of this?" Gu Jingze looked at her with indifference. "You should know better than to approach a man from behind." Yes, Gu Jingze had received special training. He could definitely sense a surprise attack from behind him. Lu Che felt even more aggrieved and upset at having failed to hug him. She immediately started crying. It was as if she was venting all of the grievances she had felt over the past few days. "Gu Jingze, you're bullying me. What exactly is up with you?" Gu Jingze frowned. He pulled his handkerchief out of his pocket and bent down to pass it to her. However, Lu Che took the opportunity to grab his arm and pull him down. She really could not wait to touch his sturdy chest. She could see him right in front of her and it made her feel an intense urge to throw herself on him. He had to feel something from a woman's physical contact. However, Gu Jingze's reflexes remained quick. He immediately flipped his body to the side. When Lu Che realized what was happening, he had already fallen beside her. Gu Jingze scowled. He really felt that Lu Che had gone overboard. But he looked down only to see that her tears had dripped onto his arm. Furthermore, a lot of it had dropped on him in such a short time. Gu Jingze immediately began to feel uncomfortable. At the side, Lu Che was still unaware. She angrily wiped away her tears and looked at Gu Jingze. "Do you hate me that much? Gu Jingze, what do you not like about me? What's so good about Lin Che that makes you so protective of her?" Because the affected area was too large this time, rashes quickly appeared on Gu Jingze's arm and were even spreading. Still wallowing in her sorrow, Lu Che caught a glimpse of the abnormal appearance of his arm. "Gu Jingze, what's wrong with you? Your arm." Move aside. Don't touch me, Gu Jingze said furiously through gritted teeth. Lu Chusha ran up to him again. He pressed the bell and someone burst in immediately to take Lu Chusha away. But Lu Chusha had already sensed that something was off. There was something wrong with Gu Jingze, something wrong with those rashes. Why did he break out in a rash? And why did he react in such a violent manner? It seemed that Lu Chusha had finally discovered something. After stabilizing Gu Jingze's condition, Chen Yucheng was about to leave when he unexpectedly saw Lu Chusha still waiting outside. She was staring fixedly at him and made his expression turn even colder. Gu Jingze came out of his office and looked at Lu Chusha. She began by saying, "Don't worry. I won't tell anyone. I didn't think that there was actually something wrong with your body." Gu Jingze gazed at her quietly. His silence was immensely pressurizing. Lu Chusha said, "I mean it. I won't tell anyone else. We're relatives after all. What's more is that we've known each other ever since we were children. I know that this information will cause a great stir if outsiders hear it. It will pose a threat to your safety in the future as well. So I absolutely won't tell anyone. Don't worry about it." Quite some time passed before Gu Jingze nodded his head. "Okay, I believe you." However, he just glanced at her meaningfully and did nothing else. After Lu Chusha left, Chen Yucheng then came into Gu Jingze's office. "What are you going to do now?" Gu Jingze sat there while fiddling with something in his hands. If only it was someone else. There are so many ways to make a person stay quiet forever. But she's Lu Chusha, right? Of course, Chen Yucheng understood what he meant. She was Lu Chusha, the young miss of the Lu family and a socialite in C Nation. She was related to the Gu family by marriage, and there was another thing, she had previously saved Gu Jingze's life. Gu Jingze said, "We'll quietly observe the situation and act accordingly. We'll see how it goes." It seemed that this was the only course of action they could take. Gu Jingze looked at Chen Yucheng. He felt that he seemed slightly different right now. But ultimately, he would not poke his nose into his subordinate's private affairs. Thus, he merely smiled and gestured for him to leave. The film set. From that day on, Gu Jingyu continued to talk to her as always. Nothing unusual happened either. On top of that, progress on the movie was quickly progressing and everyone was working like the devil. But on this day, while Lin Che was waiting for her turn, Yu Minmin suddenly told her, "Your sister signed a contract with a new management company. According to the rumors, this company is planning to promote her vigorously." "My sister, Lin Li." "That's right. All right then, the entertainment industry has always been unpredictable anyway." "Precisely. I didn't think that anyone would still be willing to support Lin Li. After all, despite all the money spent promoting her, she still didn't get famous." Coupled with the later cancellation of her engagement with Qin Qing, many companies felt that she no longer had any backing and were even more unwilling to support her. "I just heard that she's been signed on to play the main female lead in a television series. The moment she joined the company, she became the female lead. It's obvious that they're really promoting her." As a matter of fact, Lin Li's image was not too good. Although she was beautiful, she did not really have the characteristics of a main female lead. At times, such qualities were really necessary for this line of work. It was a fact that Yu Minmin did not look at Lin Li favorably. However, it was also true that some companies did not focus solely on skills in deciding whether or not to promote someone. Sometimes, reasons like this came into play. Initially, it was not a big deal for Lin Li to have support either. However, no one expected that the first thing Lin Li would talk about on broadcast would be Lin Che. Having been prompted, the host asked Lin Li in a straightforward manner about the fact that many people still did not know that Lin Che and Lin Li were biological sisters. Lin Li said very coolly, "We are. For the past few years, we've both been walking our own paths. Lin Che doesn't want to be tied up in promotions with me either. It's better not to mention her." She spoke as if Lin Che had some grudge against her and was intentionally going against her. The host asked again, "Are you two on good terms?" Lin Li said frankly, "Lin Che and I don't usually stay in contact." "Aren't you biological sisters? Why don't you maintain contact with each other?" My family has 3 daughters. I'm on better terms with Lin Yu. Oh, that famous television producer Miss Lin Yu, right? Yes. As for Lin Che, to be honest, you can't really consider us biological sisters. Although we're children from the same father, she was actually born because a maid in our family didn't know any better and seduced my father. After that, my father decided not to abort the child and even offered to take her in. But this is possibly the reason that she doesn't get on too well with us. Then, the entire Chinese web went into an uproar. Topics like, Lin Li reveals that Lin Che is an illegitimate daughter, the daughter of a maid, very quickly became fodder for discussion. On Yu Minmin's end, everything suddenly blew up. At the company, she did not mince her words when she said, this Lin Li is trying to use Lin Che to create publicity in order to make her comeback. She's just treating Lin Che as her stepping stone. Yang Lingxin could not help but say, what can we do? Sister Yu, will we let her use Lin Che just like that? Yu Minmin said, of course not. We can't let her smear Lin Che's reputation like this. Chapter 390, Lin Li humiliated Yu Minmin on the spot. However, responding to the reports currently would definitely blow up the issue even more and instead make news of Lin Li's comeback an instant hot topic. Right now, she did not want to stay silent and let everyone speculate. But at the same time, she was worried that responding would play into the opponent's hands. While she was still deliberating about how to handle the matter, Lin Li continued to fire attacks. During an event, she was asked about the reason for her breakup with Qin Qing. Lin Li immediately replied that it was because of Lin Che. She boldly said that she had known from the start that Lin Che had feelings for Qin Qing. However, as she did not want her romance with Qin Qing to ruin their sisterly relationship, she ultimately chose to break up with him. The matter blew up again. Acting in concert with her, a few verified bloggers on Weibo also posted that they had found evidence to prove that Lin Che had indeed been the other woman in the relationship and had snatched Qin Qing from her. A number of former students who had gone to school with them also testified that Lin Che had been very close to Qin Qing at the time and had seemed to be secretly in love with him. In an instant, many internet ghostwriters went online to post comments stating that Lin Che was the third party in the relationship and that her mother was similarly a third party. Lin Li was momentarily pleased with herself. Although she was also cursed out for using the information for exposure, she did not care. It was true that she was creating hype for herself and furthermore, she had also achieved the objective underlying it. By using Lin Che, she had immediately become the hottest trending topic. Even the television series that she was about to appear in had consequently become a hot topic as well. Initially, she was still worried that Gu Jingze would force her out of the industry. However, Lu Chusha told her that it was impossible because Gu Jingze would not concern himself with trivial matters like these. As expected, Gu Jingze really left the matter as it was. Lu Chusha had accurately predicted his behavior. As she read the news articles, she thought to herself that Gu Jingze would definitely give Lin Che the chance to develop her career on her own, so he would not bother with such affairs. She proved to be completely right in making an issue out of this. Lin Che was extremely annoyed by the news. On the film set, she was so furious that even her teeth hurt. She did not think that this Lin Li would actually dig out so many past events and mix the truths with the falsehoods to concoct an exaggerated tale. It made it very difficult to filter the truths from the lies. Yu Minmin said, "Don't be angry. We'll find an opportunity to retaliate. Even if I die from my own grief, I refuse to give her any chance to verbally abuse me. I want to see what else she can dig out. If I don't respond, she'll expose my entire history sooner or later. We'll see what else she can do then." Yu Minmin raised her eyebrows. There was nothing they could do about this either. She might even look into Gu Jingze's affairs. She'll only do that if she no longer wishes to live. That was true. Lin Che filmed here in hiding while Yu Minmin helped her handle the matter. She did not expect to meet Lin Li at the venue of another program. Lin Li was secretly reveling in her return to the public eye. She had not enjoyed the feeling of being a celebrity for such a long time. Right now, she was ridiculously proud. The feeling of having people chase after her was a great one. Just for this, she could care less about being cursed out for sensationalism. When she saw Yu Minmin, she did not miss the opportunity to add insult to injury. She asked her directly, "Hey, why don't I see Lin Che around?" Yu Minmin could not be bothered with her. She smiled and continued, "Don't tell me she's hiding and doesn't dare to show her face. That's a pity, I've been waiting for her reply." Yu Minmin said, "Don't be under the impression that we really don't know what to do with you. It's just that we don't want to take things too far. After all, doing others a favor in a current angle makes one a waiver of future trouble. In the entertainment industry, friends don't last forever, nor do enemies remain enemies forever." Ha, Yu Minmin, are you schooling me? Do you really think that you've become a mentor just because you made Lin Che famous and are known as her manager? Why don't you take a look at yourself in the mirror? Yu Minmin smiled coldly. "I've already looked at myself in the mirror. At least I know myself better than you do. As for you, I think you should know better than me that you shouldn't go overboard when it comes to Lin Che. You won't be able to undo it later." Her warning instantly reminded Lin Li of Lin Che's background with Gu Jingze. But she had the Lu family's backing now. The Lu family was definitely not an ordinary family either. Lin Li scoffed and looked at Yu Minmin. "Then you should look in the mirror even more clearly again. Who do you think you are? You're just a lackey who cleans up after your master. Don't think that I don't know about your past problems. I've heard that your family is unbelievably poor. Do you need some funding from me?" Yu Minmin looked at her emotionlessly. Just when she was about to respond, a few people in uniform had already nimbly made their way here from behind. Leading them was the president's general secretary. This person often appeared in political news from time to time as a spokesperson for the glazed tile palace. As a result, a considerable number of people were aware of him. "Miss Yu," he respectfully lowered his head and bowed to Yu Minmin. "Is it convenient for you to follow us somewhere right now?" Yu Minmin let out a sound of affirmation. She turned back to tell Yang Lingxin, "I'll leave you to watch over the rest of the program. Wait for me to come back." Yang Lingxin watched this scene in surprise. She could only nod her head silently. "Okay, I understand." Yu Minmin smiled at her before following the general secretary out. Lin Li stayed opposite the exit as she watched Yu Minmin leave. There was no one left for her to vent at. But she did find it a little strange. Behind her, someone was asking, was that person just now the president's general secretary? That person really resembled him. Was that person looking for Yu Minmin? Why would the president's general secretary be looking for Yu Minmin? Was Yu Minmin acquainted with such a high-ranking person? Everyone was very confused. Their doubts were not resolved even after they watched Yu Minmin leave. Yu Minmin looked at him. "Mr. General Secretary, does Mr. President need to discuss something with me?" The General Secretary turned around and said, "Miss Yu, I'm afraid that you'll have to start living in the glazed tile palace from today onwards." "What?" Yu Minmin looked at him in disbelief. "Why?" "Because Mr. President has confirmed that he'll be revealing your identity soon. Right now, you must move into the glazed tile palace, learn the necessary information, and get used to the situation, lest you slip up when the time comes." Yu Minmin was still in a state of surprise. Was she about to move into the glazed tile palace? It was the background for the opening scene of the daily news. It would always appear when the music began to play. From afar, the gold-colored building looked like a palace. Was she going to move into that place now? Heaven really knew how to joke around with her. "Do I have to move in?" Yu Minmin asked. There was no need to treat her as his fiancée so seriously. The General Secretary said, "The decision has already been made. This issue concerns Mr. President's image, so we can't leave out a single detail." All right then, he was right too. When it came to the President's affairs, a small issue was actually huge. Each member of the Gu family was really difficult to deal with. She had just settled Gu Jingyu's matter when a problem arose on Gu Jingming's end again. Yu Minmin could feel that even her temples were throbbing. She still could not believe that she was about to move into the glazed tile palace. At the glazed tile palace, Yu Minmin passed by the speaker's area of the glazed tile palace. She had seen it often on television. Then, she proceeded to walk in before arriving at the living quarters. Some of the president's staff lived around the glazed tile palace. Their living quarters clustered around this gold building.